Hey everyone. Hey y'all. I just came through to say hi. See how everybody's doing. See how y'all doing. I don't know what's going on. I just want to, tap in with my people. I know a lot of y'all be hitting me up saying y'all miss me. I miss y'all too. I'm not even gonna lie. I miss y'all too, but I did what I feel like that I feel like it was best for me, you know. I wasn't getting what I needed to support, so I gave it all up. So I just be chilling, chilling, chilling. Let me see. Hey Brittany, hey Miss Cherry. Hey Two Cents, how you doing, people? How are y'all doing? The ones that okay, Miss Cherry, yeah, okay, yeah. I miss you too, Miss Cherry. Yeah, a lot of people I told them to um get their badges back. But once I demonetized my page anyway, they went back to them anyway. Everybody calling me, what happened? I got my notification. What happened? If y'all was on my live last week when I was monetized, I told everybody to take their badge back. But I see some people don't listen. You can also thank you so much, Brittany. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, Miss Two Cents. I'm glad everybody's doing good. I'm just so glad. I'm glad. I miss y'all too. I do, but I said, I was just fed up, done with YouTube. And I just want people to know nobody reported my page or anything. I never had strikes. I demonetized my own page because people know how to get shit twisted, honey, and go back. Oh, yeah, she got demonetized. No, I demonetized my own page. And Open Book is my witness. Okay. So, yeah. Yep. So I just came through to see how everyone is doing. I do miss you guys. I know it's a lot been going on, y'all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lot. And I understand like drama sells. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I know that. I know it very much so well. Drama sells. So, I just felt like why they keep wasting my time 5 days a week, up here 4 and 5 hours a day, and I wasn't getting the support. You know what I'm saying? But I understand why I wasn't getting it because I wasn't having no drama to my channel. I had moved on from Bree. I moved on from Robert. I just didn't want to talk about it anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was draining. I wanted to do something else, but seeing like when I did that, hmm. Hey, Open Book. Hey, Pammy Pooh. Yeah, so, it is what it is, you know? So, we all know drama sells on YouTube, drama sells on all these social media platforms. Whoever got the most drama, that's where it's going to be at and that's where it's going to go. But I just wasn't never into it. I didn't want to cover Brianna anymore. I tried to go into something else and I seen that still wasn't working either. So I said, you know what? It's over. Yeah. How you doing today, Open Book? How are you, sweetie? How are the children doing? Pammy Poo, what you doing? What you cooking, girl? But I can say that my real supporters, they still reach out to me, talk to me behind the scenes. So I appreciate all y'all that still, come through and talks to me behind the scenes. I appreciate that. I'm glad, so yeah, I definitely do appreciate that from everybody. Oh, okay, you gonna get your son? Okay. Okay. Oh, Pammy Pooh said, I'm not cooking today. Pammy Pooh, you need a break, girl. You cook every day. Yeah, you need a break. You definitely do need a break. Yeah. Get that break, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a break. Sometimes we all need a break from everything. From everything. Yes. There's nothing wrong with that. Did y'all hear about the little girl well, not the little girl. I think it was 4 kids that was left in the house for 4 years. Did y'all hear anything about that story? That was me yesterday. I ordered out. All I do is cook and clean. It's yes, girl, yes. Sometimes you got to take a day off or maybe 2 days off from cooking. It's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing. You all need a break. I do the same thing too. 2 cents. I do the same thing. Sometimes I go 2 or 3 days. You get tired sometimes. Yeah, you really do. Shit, and I feel like, damn, food so damn hot, you don't even want to cook every day. You feel me? You be like, I don't want to cook every day. Yes, it was 3 kids. That story broke my heart. Okay, so was it boy? Was it 2 girls and a boy? I know it was 1 girl. So was it 2 boys and 1 girl? Yeah, that was really like, I don't know, y'all. Like, how could a mother be out here living her best life? Like, literally, it was 2 girls and a boy. Yes, okay, got you. Okay, because now I don't know if y'all seen those kids, but I went to, well, I was sending pictures of the little girl, right? I'm trying to figure out, y'all, what happened from 2021, from 2020, I'm gonna say, when those kids was in school in 2021, because the pandemic started in 2021 of February. That's when it really broke out. And those kids was going to school in 2020. And the pictures that was sent to me of those kids was well groomed, y'all. Well groomed with their mother. Beautiful kids. Hair done, clean. What happened from 2020 to 2021? What happened? That was just so weird to me. The boy he is the oldest. He didn't teach them kids anything about how to take care of themselves. Nothing. With my kids' school, if he missed a day, they would call. That's how it was when my kids was going to school years ago. And I don't know if they still do it now, but I know back then when my kids was going to school, they would send a thing that called truancy they had out. It called truancy. Do anyone of y'all remember that? That they will come to the house. That's what they call it. Hey, Miss D, how are you? I'm good. How are you, baby? Just came up here to chop it up with some of y'all, whoever want to chop it up with me. Hey, Auntie Lynn, how you doing, baby? So I was just trying to figure out like what happened, like what prompted her to leave those children for 4 years. Like, other cities probably don't have the same. Okay, you're right. You're right, 2 cents. Yeah, a lot of cities have different things. You're absolutely right. Yeah, that's so true. That's true. But because one of my supporters was sending me stuff, and I'm like, oh man, we was on the phone together, man, one of my supporters. And it was just so heartbreaking. I'm like, what is wrong? And then, y'all, did y'all see how the mother was dressing? She kept herself well clean, nails done, hair done. And she had a nerve to be out there giving out food to the homeless people while her kids were starving. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Hey, Rebecca. I don't know all the details, but it made me so angry to hear the story that I had to spend for the thoughts I had. I got to work up. I got I got to work up and anger. Yeah, it made me very angry. Very angry. But now from what I seen, right? Yes, open book. It was very sad. How could you leave your kids for? Did y'all see that house? Oh man, God. Wow. Mm. Now the lady has a cleaning company. She's an LLC. She has a cleaning company. I follow her on Facebook, and she went live last week on Facebook because I watched her. And they call her service to clean that house. Now, I feel she was sending someone to drop the food off. Yes. They said she was sending Uber Eats to drop food off on the porch for the kids, and she was sending someone else that she knew personally to drop the food off for the kids also. She did a pretty good job cleaning that house. Oh, you seen that live too, Brittany? Yes. But Brittany, what I'm going to say, because they did take the floors up in the house. I did see that. They took all the floors up. I think, this is just me, y'all. I think that tub should have been removed. Even she said it. I think that toilet should have been removed. I feel like all those cameras in the kitchen should have been removed. That wash machine and dryer should have been removed. It's certain things in that house should have been removed. And they didn't paint. They cleaned over the walls. Those walls should have been renewed, freshly painted. Wait, what? She was feeding the homeless? Yes, Miss Sherry. They showed a video. They showed a video of her feeding the homeless people. Yes. Yes. If I go back, I'll find it and send it to you. Yeah, she was feeding the homeless people. I heard that the father was dropping off food and he was, wait, let me ask y'all a question about that. It was two fathers, right? Because one of the fathers was incarcerated, right? So the news people stated that one of the fathers tried to get contact with her and she wouldn't allow him. So which father was that? They did remove the toilet. I was surprised that he cleaned the tub. I would have threw the fuck Brittany, I'd have picked that toilet up and threw that toilet clean through the window, Brittany. Brittany, I'm talking about the mother's father. Oh, okay. Now, did y'all hear the dad loved those children? Her dad, y'all. Go to the dad Facebook. The dad loved those kids. I don't think, from what I'm seeing, I'm talking about her father now. He was not seeing those children. He did not know what was going on with those children, right? The father is a pastor, and it was coming to him very strong. Hey, Hazel Eyes, they was coming to him very disrespectful. I mean, oh my God, they was eating that man up in the comments, which I think it was so wrong because you don't know why that man was not around his grandchildren. Now, from what I'm being told now, right? The mother, which is his daughter, took a restraining order on the father. Now, I don't know why the restraining order was taken out. I don't know. So he was not allowed around his daughter. So that could have stopped him from seeing the grandkids. And he didn't know what was going on. Because he was reposting what she was posting for the children. And then everything just went cold. Nothing was being posted. It's just a lot of questions. It's just a lot to. It's a lot of questions that need to be asked. Like I feel like, okay, the news people did state that they was felt through the school systems, and because of the pandemic, because the pandemic started in the mix of that, right? And we all know the kids was out of school. Everybody was getting homeschooling. But, y'all correct me if I'm right or wrong, I still feel like the school should be held accountable. And why? Because everybody, what they call that thing, y'all? Shit, y'all know I ain't had kids in school for a long goddamn time now. Help me out here. What that thing called, y'all? When oh Lord, y'all, what they call that damn thing? The kids that do on school, the Zoom, what they call that? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, the teachers you had to communicate with the teachers. You had an app to communicate with the teachers on, right? So when those kids was not getting no schoolwork, you even had to take attendance account of the kids throughout the pandemic. Whatever school those kids was rolled in. So I do hold the school account. Oh, I think that JoJo, Mojo, y'all know what I'm talking about. The school thing. Because my grandkids had it. You had to sign on. Yeah, Pammy Pooh. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. That's what I was trying to say. Hey, Auntie Strokes, how are you, darling? I miss you, my love. And I sent you an inbox this morning also too, Auntie. So I feel like when those kids wasn't doing their virtual learning, the school didn't seem like they didn't seem odd to the school. So yeah, the school failed them too. Period. That's how I look at it. Because they should have reached out to authorities after a certain time. Okay. Now, I was upset at first because I'm like, why did this damn landlord take so damn long to contact authorities after 4 years? Why wasn't the landlord getting rent? What was going on? So I had to go back and do some research on it. So what happened was in 2024 of October, that's when she stopped paying rent of 2024, they said. And they said, okay, Auntie. Let me hold on, y'all. Let me turn down my camera. I'm gonna play a video for y'all too. Hold on. Let me just turn down my camera in my house, y'all, because it makes too much damn noise. Shit get on my damn nerve. Okay, where is it at on my phone? Let me just turn it down for a second. Let me just come on. All right. I don't want to turn all the way down because I still got to get notifications and see shit. So, okay, where I was at, y'all. Where did I leave off at? I forgot. Well, I was talking about this kid's school, right? So I feel like, okay, no, I was the landlord. That's what it was, the landlord. So the landlord, y'all, stopped getting rent back in 2024 of October, right? She said she was going there, or he was going there knocking, wasn't getting no answer, calling, wasn't getting no answer, texts, nothing. The landlord was the one, y'all, that called authorities. It was the landlord. Because everybody was in the comments eating her ass up. And I'm like, well, why is they talking shit to this lady? And this lady just a cleaning lady. It was just so, because I was trying to catch on to what was going on. I was in the bushes looking. So after a while, I did write because I thought she was the landlord too. I'm not even gonna lie. So I wrote in the chat and was like, well, why did you wait so long to contact authorities? Because I thought she was the landlord, or we thought she was the landlord. We didn't know. A lot of people in the chat didn't know she was the cleaning company at first. Until somebody put in the chat was like, no, y'all, she not the landlord. She's the she got a cleaning business and she cleaning the house for them. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. So come to find out, yes, she was never the landlord of the house, but the landlord of the house did call authorities when she wasn't getting no more rent. And when she was going there, it was no answer to the door. She called authorities and told authorities to do a welfare check on the kids. I think the oldest son called the mother and told the mother, Mommy, the police is at the door. The mother told the kids go hide in the bathroom. The two daughters did hide in the bathroom. The oldest child never hid in the bathroom. The mother never knew. He opened the door for authorities. That's how all this ended. And when they got in the house, it was just a rude awakening for them. The authorities said the kids' toenails were so long, y'all, that they couldn't even walk because it would hurt them to walk. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. You're a nasty mother. But anyway, hold on, y'all. Let me just... I want to play this for y'all. Well, thank God he did open the door. Yes, Brittany, because the mama said, be quiet and don't open the door. Like that. But when he hung up, the boy opened the door anyway, and the mother never knew he opened the door. But the cops said when they did go in, the two kids was hot in the bathroom, in that filthy bathroom. Hold on, y'all. Let me just hold on. I'm gonna play this. And y'all put a one if y'all can hear it.
It's alone in the house for 4 years.
Everybody's upset about it. Like, oh my God, this is right in our neighborhood.
Apparently, this woman, her landlord, stopped getting rent and hearing from her, so he called 911 for a welfare check.
Had no idea that there were kids there, let alone kids in grave situation.
3 children were inside, trash piled up, poop everywhere. The kids said that their mother left them there since at least 2021.
They had difficulty walking because their toenails were so long.
A despicable discovery, and the Shade Room is digging. Her Facebook post that's got people on social media on 10.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Hey, Kathy.
It doesn't get lower than this. It was Valentine's Day, a day to celebrate love, but it turned into a day of horror in Pontiac, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit. It was horror that a 15-year-old boy, a 13-year-old girl, and a 12-year-old girl had been living for years. This was their normal. We're blurring out some parts, but you can see the bathroom overtaken by trash, mold, and feces. The girls, they slept on pizza boxes. They had not seen the light of day since about 2020 or 2021. But how? Where were the neighbors? Where was the school district? Their extended family members? Questions that we're getting down to the bottom of.
We went to the house to check on what was going on there and had no idea that there were kids there, let alone kids in grave situation.
Their hair was matted. They were covered in urine and feces.
When we took the kids out of the house, they had difficulty walking because their toenails were so long. They hadn't had any grooming. I don't think they had basic hygiene knowledge of what to do. They hadn't been given hygiene products for years, toothbrushes, etc.
It was everyday life for these 3 siblings. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard telling the Fox affiliate in Detroit that they had not attended school since their abandonment. Instead, they were locked inside this condo on Lydia Lane to never come out.
We showed up at the house. The young boy did have communication with the mom.
Yes, it is, Brittany. It'll make you cry. It's sad.
The 2 girls, they did hide in the bathroom until they were asked to open the door.
There was garbage, trash piled 3 and 4 feet high, covered with feces all through the house. It doesn't look like the toilet or the bathtub had been usable or workable for quite some time, primarily because of the feces and trash.
Investigators had to use hazmat suits to process the scene for evidence. The kids telling deputies that they spent day and night passing time by playing games and watching TV. They would only see their mother when she or another stranger would stop by once a week to drop pre-prepared food on the porch.
If you think about the horrific ads you see on TV to spur donations for animals that have been abused or are living in terrible conditions, multiply that by 10.
Sheriff Bouchard not releasing the mother's name because she shares the same name as one of her daughters. So we at the Shade Room, we're not sharing it either to protect the child's identity, but we did find the 34-year-old's mugshot in the county database. She's still sitting in jail. Charges haven't been listed at this time. The prosecutor's office said publicly, quote, that it will not comment on the pending case until it has been reviewed and a charging decision has been made.
It's pretty heartbreaking that the kids would have to live under those conditions. People just kind of get in their car and go.
Neighbor Emma Gross couldn't believe it. She lives on a different block, but says that in that neighborhood, everybody typically keeps to themselves.
So I think people are just kind of just doing their own thing now and just kind of going in their places and closing the doors.
Neighbors reported seeing the mother come and go with items, but never spotted any children with her. You also can't ignore what role the Pontiac School District played in all of this. The district confirming Monday that the 3 children are not currently enrolled, and they couldn't comment any further. The interim superintendent, Dr. Kimberly Leverett, releasing a statement saying in part, quote, The Pontiac community has been shaken by the horrifying story of the 3 children who were discovered suffering from extreme neglect this past weekend. As a school district, we're working with the Oakland County Sheriff's Department to assist in any way we can. As educators, our hearts are breaking for these children and what they have endured over the past several years.
How could something like this happen? These children, how could people go living every day and not see something like this and report it sooner?
A question so many want to know, and why their mother, too, had been posting on Facebook a week prior to her arrest, advertising a free food giveaway, knowing that her children were home alone, living in squalor.
Everybody's upset. Everybody's upset about it. Like, oh my God, this is right in our neighborhood. How could something like this happen?
What about their extended family? Well, the children's alleged aunt has been very vocal on social media about this, even threatening to fight people on Facebook who come after her. She said that she had no idea what was going on. We reached out to her for a comment. We're waiting to hear back. The sheriff's office, in the meantime, says that the mother was arrested without incident at another location and that the children's father was not involved in their lives. The children, though, they've been turned over to a relative through Child Protective Services as the sheriff's office is collecting donations now on the family's behalf. For ways to donate, for ways you can help, visit our website at theshaderoom.com. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
Yeah, I forgot. They did want to fight hurt the aunt. They was on Facebook going at the aunt, which is wrong because the aunt didn't know anything either. The aunt did not know what was going on with those children. None of the family. They was going at the aunt. They was going for the father. No, the grandfather. Yeah, they was going for the grandfather. They wanted to fight the grandfather too, but the grandfather didn't know what was going on. He didn't know. I don't understand why anytime it's something about kids, the family never knows what's going on. That's what they said. Hey, unknown. Who asked about the membership? So that goes to show y'all was not paying attention to my live last week. If somebody can check and explain it. I don't feel like going back over it. Hold on one second. Auntie Lynn. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find something. But I agree with that, Auntie Lynn. I agree with that. I kind of like agree because that do go on a lot. Like when something go on, like it always the family don't know. But the father, I think her father really didn't know because he had a restraining order put out on him that he couldn't go anywhere near the daughter. So I don't know what was going on with the daughter and him, but he couldn't go nowhere near the daughter. The daughter had a restraining order out on him. Now, one of the kids' dads, I heard that was in jail. So I don't know. I was looking for that. It was another one too about poor little kids. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Poor little kids, Lord. Even though they was teenagers, but poor little kids. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Auntie, I'll check your message when I get off. I was trying to find another one about them little babies. It's another one about them 2 little babies too. I mean the 3 babies. Hold on. Let me see. I might got it here. Let me see. Hold on.
Is facing. Ashley Paul spoke with neighbors who say this arrest has been a long time coming.
Can y'all hear
Come
that? Let
home
me
at
know.
6:30 at work from work in the morning, and one's always standing out in the road with nothing but a diaper on.
Neighbors in Poinsett County, Arkansas are breathing a sigh of relief tonight after learning 3 children across the street have been taken away from their mother.
I've sat out here and watched the baby crawl out of the house and almost to the road before
No, I don't
anybody
think this
ever
one is
noticed
it,
and would
y'all,
come
but
out
hold
there and get
on.
it.
30-year-old Letitia Davis of Truman is facing child endangerment charges tonight. According to a police
Hold on. I don't think that one was it. But that was a nice story. Sound-
New charges in one of the most horrific
Hold
child
on.
neglect cases we've seen. An Oakland County mother accused of abandoning her 3 children.
And the papa's always in jail. Auntie crazy.
Mentally and emotionally traumatized.
Can y'all hear this?
At the hospital, the children struggled with completing basic hygiene tasks like flushing a toilet and brushing their teeth because they had not done it in years.
34-year-old Kelly Bryant faces 3 counts of first-degree child abuse. If convicted, she could spend the rest of her life behind bars.
Yeah, this is a case that has shocked Metro Detroit and really the nation. Bryant will be in court for the first time tomorrow, but Jacqueline Francis tonight looking
Thank
at
you,
how
Auntie
we got
Terry.
to this point in the first place. Jacqueline?
That mother, Kelly Bryant, is being held here at the Oakland County
It was
Jail.
all 3
She's
kids.
set to make her first court appearance in a matter of hours. So let's get you up to speed on how we got here.
It was unbelievable what they were living with for years. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, the word Oakland County prosecutor Karen McDonald used to describe the situation. It started on Valentine's Day when a landlord called police for a welfare check on a Pontiac home. Inside, they found 3 kids abandoned in deplorable conditions.
Everything was covered with feces and trash.
Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard broke the news over the weekend and has been providing updates in the days since, saying the kids aged 12, 13, and 15 had been living there alone for years, surviving on weekly drop-offs of food, having no physical contact with their mother or the outside world.
The only one of the 3 that ever came out was the young boy, and he came out twice. Once because he wanted to feel the grass, which
Wow.
by itself is heartbreaking, and a second time to check the mail.
Now come the charges, 3 counts of first-degree child abuse.
If convicted, Ms. Bryant could face a sentence of up to life in prison.
Child Protective
She
Services
needed-
have placed the 3 siblings in the custody of a family member. With the arraignment set for Thursday, this case and the investigation are far from over.
I guess what stands out the most for me is no love. There was nobody there to care for them for between 3 and 4 years. No parent, nobody physically present to let them know that they were safe and they were loved.
I briefly spoke with the children's grandfather, who is believed to have custody of them at this time. He has no comment. Reporting from the Oakland County Jail, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Okay, so
What if recording
she
high-quality
just said the
content,
kid's
editing like a
grandfather
pro,
got custody of him. So
streaming
is it
like
the
a star,
grandfather
it's
her?
as simple
Is it
as clicking
her
record.
father?
With Riverside,
Hold on, y'all.
it's just that. Riverside makes
Is it her father? That maybe got custody of them? I don't know. All right, hold on. Lord have mercy. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to. All right, hold on. I'm just trying to look at different ones. Let me know if
3
y'all can
children
hear it.
expressed fear about what their mother's response would be if they left the home.
They didn't know what was going on with the kids. They had been told by her that somebody else was babysitting.
Got you, Brittany. Thank you.
Children.
Yes, the father
children's
was a
bodies and
pastor.
clothing
Yes.
were covered in feces, and the girls had difficulty physically walking outside of the residence.
She is not to have any contact with these children by family members, third-party agents, or friends.
I want to show you some images from inside a house in Michigan. Take a look. This is from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Look at this absolute mess. And there are things that are so disturbing and disgusting that they're blurred out in some of these photos. And this looks like it's a bathroom of sorts. Let me show you another photo.
Mm.
Again,
Wow.
from inside a home. Now, this is what you need to think about when you look at these pictures. There are 3 young children living alone in this home for years. Like young children, trying to figure things out and somehow surviving through this. Take a look at the next photo. Is a bathtub. You don't want to know what's in that bathtub.
I sure don't.
This is a story that will make you absolutely cry the more you learn about what happened here. So let's get some more information. Joining me, the man overseeing this investigation, Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard. Sheriff, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Am I correct that you have 3 young children over the course of years that are living alone in this home, never leaving the house?
Absolutely correct. The 2 young girls never left the house the whole time. The young boy, and this will tear at your heart even more, left twice for mere moments, once to go to the mailbox and once because he wanted to go out and feel what the grass felt like.
Wow.
As we look at the conditions inside, everyone's wondering, how did they survive this? How did they eat? Where did they sleep?
Hey, Miss
How
V,
did
baby.
they bathe? How would you describe what these children went through, and how many years are we talking about here?
Yeah, so a lot of those things you talk about, how they bathed and how they did hygiene activities, the answer is sadly they didn't. Their toenails were so long when we recovered them that they had difficulty walking outside of the house. We don't believe any hygiene products had been dropped off to the house literally for years. The toilet and the bathtub were non-functional from trash and feces. And they didn't even know how to use hygiene products like a toothbrush. They had to be instructed when we had them at the hospital.
Wow.
So thank God
That's
kids are
sad.
resilient when they're little and young and they manage to survive. But it was only, I think, by the grace of God to get through this torturous kind of situation. Food was dropped off on an irregular basis on the front porch. They didn't have contact with the outside world or adults for love, for education, for guidance, for anything.
Did they have any form of communication or insight into the outside world, like what was out there?
They had a television, so they were spending a lot of time on television. They had no schooling going on. So, part of the process going forward will be to determine not only their physical health, but their mental health and their educational level. Where are they? Since they've been, in this stasis, if you will, going all the way back to COVID years, where they haven't had any educational instruction. So more than likely they fell backwards. And that's all going to be part of the undertaking to figure out exactly what has to be done to remediate that and help them get on a better path.
That's
Where
so
was
sad.
mom and dad?
All right, so listen up. State Farm was
Hold
trying to
on,
charge
y'all.
me
Let me get the commercial
$197
off
for
1
car
second,
insurance.
y'all.
Well, thank you. I got a
Ladies.
friend who told me about this website. Now
So for a time, Dad was incarcerated. And when he got out at some point, he petitioned the court to have visitation of the children. She contested it. And finally, a consent agreement was entered a couple of years ago, but she still was not allowing him visitation.
I thought so. That's what I
He was
heard.
not in the picture. She was, as I said, occasionally dropping
Yup,
food or
I heard
having it
that.
delivered by like an Instacart or other folks. So she had no contact with the girls and only limited contact via phone to the young boy.
Is there any indication as to why this happened?
Yeah, I don't think any answer would ever make any of us feel any better about it because how could you? But, nothing that makes any sense to us at this point.
And how did you find these children? How was this sort of uncovered and these children end up being saved?
So originally we got a phone call from the landlord of this property who had said that he had not heard or had contact with the woman paying the rent, the suspect in this case, for some period of time. And in fact, she had not paid the rent going back to October. So he was concerned about her well-being. So we went to the home looking to check in on her and make sure she was okay. And imagine our surprise when we found what we found with 3 children living in squalor, literally alone and abandoned for years.
How were the children frightened?
Yes, they were scared. They were hiding. They had, 2 of them had locked themselves in a bathroom away from our deputies. And yeah, they were very scared. You know, they had been scared and taught not to go outside and not to talk to anyone else.
Wow.
And there's a lot of people watching at home right now, and their hearts are broken. They want to help. Is there a way people can reach out and help these children?
Yeah, so we have collected all the clothing, if you will, and things on those kind of initial levels that we needed. And we've pivoted to collecting donations. And that is on our social media, Facebook and Instagram, Oakland County Sheriff, that's Oakland County Sheriff, Michigan. So on our webpage, we have a link. 100% of that money that we collect will go to these kids, and to take an extra step to further protect the kids from anyone siphoning any of that off for any reason. We've got an attorney who agreed for pro bono to set up a trust fund to make sure that the money goes directly for the kids' physical health, mental health, and if there's money left over, educational health going forward. The other big question a lot of folks ask, which I'm sure your viewers are, how did they fall through so many cracks, not only with the community and relatives, but schools? And
Right.
so when I dug a little deeper, I found the school code in our state is silent on student transfers. When one school district requests transcripts of a student, which happened in this case, both from one school in the city to another, neither confirmed that they were actually attending. And so they were dropped from both roles. They were never had any written confirmation that, okay, we have them. And so I am proposing and asking the legislature to create language that says before a student is dropped from the rolls, you have to have written confirmation from an official at another school. They have them. They are enrolled there, or they're in a different setting. Could be homeschooling.
That's a
or
good
whatever the case
idea.
may be,
Very
but
good
written
idea.
Confirmation. Otherwise, it triggers an investigation.
Absolutely. Sheriff Michael Bouchard out in Oakland County, Michigan. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time and great work. And folks, go on Facebook and in the Instagram site, Oakland County, Michigan Sheriff's Office. Help those kids out. All right, let's bring back in our think tank. Still with us, Eklund Mercy, Kirk Nurmi, Nima Rahmani. Nima, this is, it's inexplicable, but it happened. It happened.
Yeah, Brittany,
And,
just sad.
I don't know how it happened. And you think about the
I mean,
whole
what
system
went
here,
wrong?
right?
That's what
You
I'm
have a
trying to
father, okay,
understand.
he was in
Did the
jail,
mother have
but
a
he got
mental
out
breakdown?
for
What
whatever
happened?
he did and wanted to see his kids. And somehow, some way,
I
was
told
denied
y'all
that
the
ability.
father wanted to
That
see
would
his
have
kids.
stopped this a while
And she
ago.
stopped it.
Thank goodness the landlord complained. Or the landlord had a big heart and was worried about his tenant.
That's true.
Well, or he was worried that his tenant wasn't paying rent since October. Imagine if she had been paying her rent, Vinny. We'd still probably have these kids in there. I mean, I don't
That's
understand
true,
how this
too.
happens. I mean, the sheriff talked about the school, right? I mean, no one knows where these kids are. Dad, either in dependency court or family court, can't have any custody. What about the family members? Reportedly, Kelly Bryant's mom was taking care of these kids, but grandma hasn't seen her grandchildren in years. I don't know how this possibly could have happened. This is such a failure on so many levels.
That's
that
true.
the landlord has to be. What about the mail? No one's
Hey, Ms.
checking
Davis.
the mail. The post office doesn't know for years that no one is getting mail at this house. I mean,
Yes, it's
Vinny,
just
I'm at a
so
loss.
many
I've seen
unanswered
a lot,
questions.
and we all have on the think tank. We've been doing this for decades. I've never seen a kid
This is bad.
like this.
I don't understand that. Eklund.
It just seems like spite. I think the mom just had a whole level of spite. The idea that we have court paperwork in which the dad petitioned, mom won, and this is what mom did with the win, boggles me. The
Okay,
idea
Ms.
that
J.
there's possibly
Hit me
child
up behind the
support
scenes.
payments
Hit me
that
up.
went to that house, and not one person.
I think I left you a
let's
message
do
this
a
morning too,
hearing
Miss
to
J.
check up on the kids to see where they're at.
Just
It's
get in my inbox.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Yep.
You know what? When
It takes a lot for Eklund to be speechless. Kirk, we have about 15 seconds left. I'll let you wrap this up for us.
You know, it's both heartbreaking and anger-inducing, but kudos to Sheriff Burchard and his department for stepping up and raising funds for these kids and thinking about their future, because this is really what matters here. The case is going to proceed. She's going to do serious prison time, but we're
I
going to
love
have
you,
3
Miss
kids
Shay.
that need the community's help. And
Inbox me, girl.
I'm grateful that Sheriff Burchard is taking the time to do that. That's awesome.
Kirk Nerman, Nima
This is
Rahmani,
so
Eklund Mercy,
sad.
thank you all so much. Great to see you.
And I feel the same way, y'all. Like
Well, for
what
starters,
Auntie Lynn
free
just
and
said a
federal
while
tax
ago,
returns are
I
free.
definitely agree with her. Like,
Everyone, no matter what.
every time something
But
like
a
this
free offer like
happens, the
this,
family doesn't know nothing. Nobody knows nothing when things happen like this. Like, why? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just
Stunning new developments in the case of 3 Michigan children abandoned by their
hold on,
mother,
y'all.
police say,
I'm just trying
and
to see
left
the
to fend
ugly.
for themselves for years. Look at this. We now got mom's mugshot. This is 34-year-old
She said, "Mom's
Bryant.
mugshot."
She is the accused, waking up behind bars this morning, accused of 3 counts of first-degree child abuse, looking at life in prison if she is convicted.
Wow.
Officers found the children, siblings ages 15, 13, and 12, an older boy and 2 younger girls, when the landlord asked for a welfare check. Look
The
at these
father
pictures.
should have went
So the
back to
landlord
the
called
court.
attention to the police
He
for the
didn't get
welfare check
a
because
pass.
Bryant
Yeah,
stopped paying her
that's
rent
true.
in October.
The defendant instructed the kids that they were not to answer the door or leave the house. All 3 children expressed fear about what their mother's response would be if they left the home. Defendant concealed the children from family and friends and lied about who was caring for the kids and their whereabouts.
It's believed that the children had been living like that for 4 years. Can you imagine not being allowed to leave the house? The mother allegedly put fear in them, fear, if they would have left that house, of what would have happened to them. So now we're wondering, what's mom's defense going to be? Let's talk about it. Let's bring in our legal eagles. Still with me.
Yeah, did the mother have a
Todd
mental
Phillips
breakdown?
and
What
Michael J. Brown. I
happened?
want to welcome into the conversation.
But I don't understand that,
Private
because if I don't see
investigator,
my
former law
grandkids
enforcement
or
officer,
hear
and
from them in a
veteran
certain amount of
serviceman
time,
Manuel
goddamn, I'm going
Gomez.
there.
Manuel,
I'm
let me
going
start
there.
with
I'm
you.
going there
Your
with the
reaction to
police.
this case, and what do you think the defense for mom may be at trial?
Well, you know, in this case,
Y'all think
in
her attorney
reality,
might plead she
morally,
insanity
there
or
is plenty
something?
of responsibility to go around for how this happened. First of all, the system failed on so many levels. One of the levels that really disturbed me,
Family
in
isn't the family
2022,
anymore. So
she went to
family,
court with
both
her
of those people just
4th baby's
trying to do
father,
their own business
and
and worried
she turned
about
around
their
and
own
he
household.
was petitioning for
I
visitation.
agree with you,
She
Brittany.
told in court that she cannot support
Y'all can
herself,
still buy me a
can't support
coffee
the
if you
kids.
like to.
She's not capable. And at that point, they should have ordered
Brittany,
a
you can drop
wellness
my
check.
coffee
Nothing
link
was
for
done.
me.
And besides that, okay, Board of Ed should have sent a truant officer. These kids
That's what I just
joined
said,
the
truant
court
officer. Did I
during the
just say that,
duration they
y'all?
lived at this
They should have
residence.
sent them to
And the
them
fact of
kids'
the matter
house.
is, the Board of Ed dropped the ball. Nobody sent anybody. Now, the mother could say they were transferred to another school, but the fact of the matter is, you would have to transfer the educational records. Nothing was ever transferred. There's so many levels here, and I can't see an insanity defense on this case because she was paying the utilities, paying the rent. She knew exactly what she was doing. This woman was capable and culpable.
Oh.
There's no doubt that she's going to be found guilty.
Boom, drop the mic right there. Capable and culpable. That ought to be the prosecutor's theme, Manuel. Thank you for that. Michael J. Brown, let me go to you next, please. What defense might
Everybody
this
felt
lady
them kids.
possibly have?
Everybody felt them kids.
Obviously, the facts are very disturbing, Julie.
Ain't
The only
nothing
thing
wrong
that
with
comes
her.
to mind is
She
somebody like
took
this
the
with
youngest
these set of
kid
facts.
out
I
of the
certainly would want
house.
to get a
All she
psychiatrist,
wanted
a
was to do is
psychologist
party.
involved. If
I
there's
believe
any
that, Auntie Lynn.
whatsoever, any type of mental disease, trauma, PTSD from maybe her upbringing or even her
Well, those kids
relationships,
definitely
I
gonna have
don't know.
PTSD. They
But
definitely gonna
that's
have
the
that.
initial
They're gonna
thing
suffer
that
from
comes to
that.
my mind in terms of what I would want to explore. really, that's the only thing that comes to mind.
Sure. No, but appreciate that because everybody's asking, well, what in the world are we going to see from this woman after we understand, based on what law enforcement has said, that this was an abandonment, but she still kept eyes on them, forcing them to stay there. That's really, I think, what's most stunning.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, so there was power and control exerted on these kids, according to police. John Phillips, I know you got a lot of thoughts. Please.
And that's the sign of culpability and conscious decision to do this. One of the things said that she actually had Febreze delivered to the house with some garbage bags so that they could just, spray it to make it smell better. And that the little boy
Right,
once or
Brittany.
twice wanted to go outside.
And if she don't try, her lawyer gonna fight for that. I'm telling you. Even though I don't think it's gonna work in fantasy, but I think her lawyer will fight for that.
If 4 hours go by, I miss them. If 4 days go by because I'm out of town in trial, I'm on the phone. I can't be away from them. 4 years, like there's a place in hell for that. Excuse my language. Like
Yes.
this
No,
is
preach. Say it, John.
This is awful.
Mhm.
And just the squalor and knowing that it's not going to end with the criminal justice system because these kids will be damaged for life.
Yes.
And kudos to the sheriff. I know they're raising money and clothes for these kids. If anybody out there has a clothing store, some teenage preteen clothes, like get in touch with the Oakland Sheriff's Office. It's awful.
Yes, no, it really is. You hope people see this. I know hearts are breaking all around the country with this news. I mean, just topping the headlines everywhere you look. People are talking about. I've been getting so many calls and messages about this one. This is a bad case, and thank you for that, John. Let's turn now to another aspect of it, and that pertains to where the kids will live next. So at this very moment, they're in care of relatives, and according to the sheriff, they didn't know what was even happening. Take a look.
Did you know that you do not have to wait
Hold on,
until
y'all.
you pass?
Thank
and
you, Miss
receive a
J. Thank
payout
you
from
for
your
your
life
support.
insurance
I appreciate
policy?
you,
See,
sis. I
people
love
will
you.
sign up the life insurance.
Okay, I got it.
Family is asking, apparently, some of the folks that are now involved with the kids that didn't know, that's another question we've asked. They didn't know what was going on with the kids. They had been told by her that somebody else was babysitting the children or other kinds of things. So they were unaware what was happening so far, according to our investigation.
So what about other people who maybe knew something? Manuel Gomez, I want to go to you on this one.
But
Red
still, why
flags
didn't the
maybe
family
should have
check
been
that out for
spotted? What do you think?
themselves?
Well, you know what? It's correct when it goes about the family. It's been 5 years, almost 5 years, those kids were missing. How do you not say, where are your children? And if you
There
say,
you
well,
go.
they're visiting,
Absolutely.
they're being taken care of by somebody else, you don't go to see them? Come on. What kind of family is that?
Amen. This
Just like
man
my
is
colleague
speaking
said,
facts.
My kid is missing for 4 hours. I missed them. 4 days, a day I missed them. The family didn't miss these kids. And the fact that they were put into the custody of the family is egregious. It is disgusting.
Oh,
Because
y'all, I was
these
going to say that.
kids
He took that out
need
of my mouth.
psychological help. Julie, they had a functional cell phone and they were not able to call 911. You're telling me those kids don't need psychological help? That the family's going to provide psychological help? That did not look for them? That did not file a report? I'm sorry.
You're absolutely right. I mean, they need to go back to basics, learn the basic ways to live. They were deprived of soap, for crying out loud, and adequate food.
And y'all, I'm with this man. I'm with him 100. Nobody in the family should not have these children. I'm with this man, y'all. Nobody in the family should not have these children. Because when the sister said that the kids be at a babysitter house, you should have still went there as an auntie after a certain period of time to check on those children. But you did not do that. Nobody in the family. I felt like the father still felt them too. Because you should have still fought in court. You said she wouldn't let you see the children. You should have even called the police and took the police to the house where those children was at. I feel like the school felt them also. Everybody felt them at that point, but the police department. Okay? and the landlord. Okay. And this guy made a good point. If she wouldn't have never stopped paying rent, those kids would still be in that house till this day. See, God do everything for a reason. Okay? He do everything for a reason. That rent was stopped. Okay? So those kids can be apprehended out of that house because enough was enough. Okay? God put his feet in. God put his feet in. It was time. Time was up. I don't feel the grandfather should have those kids. Nobody in the family should have those children. Because you mean to tell me none of y'all went to their house, not one time, 2 times, 3 times, to knock on that door to see what those children was at. And I'm like this man, I gotta agree with him. What type of family was that? Let's get back to it. And y'all, everybody coming in here keep asking me where's their badge. If y'all was in my live last week, you know, and I know a lot of people don't be in my live because, you know, they be with the drama so much until they don't keep up, you know, what's actually really going on. So for the last time, I demonetized my own page because I wasn't getting the support. Okay? I demonetized my own page. I told everybody last week to start taking their memberships back. And if you didn't take them back, that they will send it back to y'all so y'all can stop sending the money. So this is the last time I'm going to repeat that. I'm not going to repeat it anymore. Period, point blank. I'm tired of repeating the same thing over and over and over. And this is why I demonetized my page, because so many people love so much drama. You know, when they come to my page, they miss out. Oh, Miss D this, Miss D that, you know, because so many people, they love so much drama till they get thrown off with the drama and say they don't know really what's going on. Nobody struck my page at all. I demonetized myself because I wasn't getting the support at all. Okay. And no, I'm not going to do lives every day. No more. No, I'm not. I'm going to do them when I feel like I want to come on and maybe cover a story like this. And if anybody want to join me, you know, in my live while I cover stories like this, I don't mind. It is okay. But I was not getting support and everything because there was so much stuff going on and I just got sick of everything. And I demonetized my own page, but nobody struck my page at all. So let's get back to it.
John Phillips, to you next, please. Your thoughts on whether they should be with the family.
Well, you know,
See, the
again, it's
judge
the family
said
that left them
that
behind, but I
as
saw
well,
something about the
that
father
no
being
one
in
in the
jail and
family
maybe
should have
getting out
them.
of jail. But
But the
the
judge should
intensive
be the one
treatment
recommended
and also,
and
you
don't
know,
send them there.
taking it to another level, you're talking about a 15-year-old boy, a 13-year-old girl, and a
What
12-year-old girl.
landlord don't
Guess
check
what?
on their
Preteens,
property for 4 years?
pubescent,
No.
I
Miss
can't
Jet,
even
give me a minute. I'm going to try to
imagine.
hit it and I'm going to tell you what happened.
They had no parenting, no guidance. Like they're, I don't, you know, this is something that a family would want to take them in, but then if you have other kids around, you've got to reprogram them for a while. And I just, you know, no child is a lost cause. And we're going to, you know, I hope society gets this right and enforces this, but there's so much liability to go around. I don't know where you start.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day 1, he would install
Hold
Pi
on.
on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100% free. Day 2, he realizes.
So Miss J, what happened was the tenant lady was still paying the rent there. She was still paying the rent there until October. Until October of last year. When she stopped paying rent a couple of months, the landlord started reaching out to her and she was not responding. So the landlord started feeling for her safety. And the landlord called the police to go there and do a welfare check. You know what I'm saying? So she was paying rent until last year, October, and the rent stopped. So when the rent stopped in October, that's when they sent the cops there. The landlord sent the cops. And that's when they found out that what was going on with the children. So that's how that happened. Yeah. So I guess, hold on, y'all. Let me remove this down. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. So, yep, that's how that happened. Hey, Donna, I love you, sis. How are you? Hold on, y'all. I was trying to find. Yeah, so that's how that happened with the with that. But I agree with this man. I don't think nobody in the family should have these kids. I'm just being honest. Nobody don't deserve them. Nobody don't deserve those children in the family. Okay, those kids gonna need a lot of care. A lot of care. Okay, taking baths on themselves, brushing their teeth, learning how to iron their clothes, schooling. Like, it's just gonna be a lot. It's definitely gonna be a lot for those kids. And I just feel like nobody in the family should have them. Nobody. They don't deserve them. They don't deserve them. It took y'all that long to go over there and find out what was going on with those kids? Unbelievable. That is so sad. I'm trying to figure out, do another channel got a story on it, on this? Like, I just feel like none of them should have those children. It's so sad. So, y'all, this is the lady right here with the LLC license. She's the cleaning lady. This is the live that was going in on her because they thought that this is the live right here on Facebook that I was in. They thought this lady was the landlord, but she was never the landlord. She was the cleaning company. She had her own business and she was clean. She had her own cleaning business. So, you know, she got her people that comes out here and clean, you know, even your house or businesses and stuff like that. So this is the live I was just telling y'all I was in on Facebook that day. And they was going in on this lady because they thought this lady here, they thought she was the landlord. And I told y'all, I thought she was the landlord too, but it's not even the lady landlord, come to find out, it's a guy. So I thought that she was the landlord, you know, because she was like, this is the conditions that the kids was living in. This is sad, blah, 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 blah. So everybody in the comments started saying, well, if you the landlord, excuse me, how would you allow your tenants to not pay rent for 4 years? So I know everybody was saying that. So she did pay rent, y'all. She was paying the rent. The rent was being paid up until October of 2024, and the rent stopped. Right? So of this month, this year right here, of February of 2025 is when they found the kids. So the landlord stopped getting rent in October, November, and December, and January. I guess the landlord kept trying to reach out. No answer, no nothing. So then he decided to call the local police, to send the local police to this house. That's how this started, and that's how that they found out that the kids was in the house alone. But y'all, just don't even look at it as that, right? Just look at it as this. If, right, she kept paying rent, right? Look at it as these kids would still be living in these conditions today, right? Because the landlord was still getting the rent. The landlord was still getting the rent. She never complained about anything being broken down in the house. So I guess as a landlord and you paying your rent and you never complains about anything being broken, anything like that, the landlord is not going to ask you because you are the tenant. And if anything need to be fixed in your house, you would say something like me. I rent, right? I don't bother my landlord. I pay my rent every month, right? So if something had to be fixed in my house, I would reach out to my landlord and say, blah, 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 right? So a landlord ain't gonna come up and ask you, if you got anything need to be fixed, the water okay, this okay, that okay, you're paying your rent, right? And you're in the right state of mind, right? You know if something get broken in your house, you're going to reach out to the landlord. You're going to tell the landlord to fix it. So the landlord may thought everything was going good in the house, nothing needed to be fixed because she still was paying the rent. She still was paying the rent.
All right, what's up with it, y'all? So look, man, I'm back again with another video, and this isn't your typical update, but it is an update. So basically, you know, this is the house that stay locked in and get video.
I just want to get to the house. Hold on. Hold on, y'all.
We got a big crew with us today.
Look at Scoob. He probably want to get off the phone. Or you're probably watching it. Y'all know what I'm
Excuse
talking
me.
about.
Let me slide down here. Look at it. They was all down here.
Donald said, I agree. Yeah.
They done pulled up everything. Damn, they look like.
Yeah, you don't touch nothing if you ain't got no gloves on.
Hell no. You shouldn't be in there without a hazmat suit anyway.
All right, let me go up here. Lord. Yeah, so
Okay,
you gotta
Auntie.
take that washer and that dryer out, okay?
Hey, Shay Shay.
Or do you want him to just take out that stove and that fridge? You want me to take that stove and that fridge out right now? Yeah, my uncle will get that for you.
She's the cleaning lady, y'all. That's the lady live I was on last week on Facebook. And they was coming for her. They thought she was the landlord, but she wasn't.
Damn, look at the wall.
They shouldn't even try to be. Ain't no cleaning that.
Look at the refrigerator. Damn.
You can't
man.
clean that, baby. You gotta take that out. Ooh, Lord.
Had to cut some of this out. It's too much. They ain't there without no mask.
Huh? I'll go get you some. I'll go get you some. I'll get you some. Oh man, pull this from the bottom of my shoe. Please pull this from the bottom of my shoe, y'all. I think it's a nail.
Even though my landlord asks me every month, she come and get the rent. She be like, everything okay? I'm like, fine, yeah.
Floating,
I'm
man.
like, okay.
Was it
You
like
know.
black?
Let me go get a box.
Black
You
mold.
got something, Dave? I know Dave. Dave good people.
They ain't got no mask on either.
We need that refrigerator and stuff taken out. But I'm gonna keep it honest with you. If everybody finna be standing around, they gonna have to go outside. Cause I ain't come for that.
Oh,
My
man.
people ready to work, baby. They can't be standing around. Okay. Not you. I know you ready. So about everybody else.
She should just came back when they were finished.
We gonna start out by taking that stove and that refrigerator out for sure. Ain't no replacements on that. Look at them. Look at my people ready. Go ahead.
That house is filthy.
This is the house, y'all, that she kept them kids at. Low
That's
down,
crazy.
dirty.
Dang. That's crazy.
Having an e-commerce store
Hold on,
and a
y'all.
brick and
That's-
mortar store,
oh, Lord, that's
keeping track
filthy.
of inventory.
I hope they get her
was
life.
A headache.
She need
being able
life.
to use
Damn, that down for this. Coming and bringing them food and oh, Lord.
Dropping off food
Turn that
once a
gas
week.
off. That stuff should be already hooked out. Let me show y'all.
Man.
That's
God
all you
damn, look
need.
at that refrigerator.
Watch out, some might run out.
Lord,
So
have
damn
mercy.
right. Somebody bite you like they rat on
Pull
Martin.
it out, bro. Pull it all. Yeah. Pull it out. My people ain't come to play, baby. Pull it out. We on the
And she
time,
did
get
do an
that shit up
update
out
on the
of here.
house, y'all. She did.
Watch out,
It's
baby.
on her Facebook. I forgot her Facebook.
Take it
She
out.
did do a live, another live.
Oh,
They
damn.
taking that stove out, y'all. We taking the stove out.
Oh, yeah. And when I say certain stuff, it's not to belittle them, talk bad about them or anything, because they are children. They've been in there since they were like 9, 10, and stuff like that. You feel me? I'm only just saying, look at the conditions that they're living in. It's just
Yeah.
really sad and unfortunate that it was like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know.
Oh, man, I can't breathe.
In that nasty house, I know you can't.
No, that shit's so. I can't even breathe. Whoo-wee. Damn. Whew.
They said you ain't picked up a broom yet.
Lord Jesus.
It's crazy them kids didn't have no maintenance for years. They toenails so long they couldn't even walk, man. That's crazy.
That's
That water
bad.
still going up? Ooh.
Girl, put
It's
your
just
mask
like
on,
this,
honey.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, the fumes will do it to you.
Yeah, this is where
Damn,
this
look at
nasty
them
kept
walls.
these kids for 4 years. Oh, we Lord. I'm happy that they pulled out that carpet. They really thought we was gonna scrub this nasty ass refrigerator. That's crazy. It's crazy as
Refrigerator, take that nasty shit outside.
oh Lord. Oh, that water still flooding?
Yeah, she was. No.
That's a little extra.
Yeah, she was on Facebook feeding the homeless,
Look,
Miss
look,
J. She was on
look at the
Facebook feeding the
countertops.
homeless.
He's a dang shit.
You talking about the other girl that her
They even
kids
got a put floor.
died in the
Look at the
car.
refrigerator. Oh, wait,
She
Lord.
was out partying. I know you're talking about. But this mama here with these kids, she was
But you gonna
out
have to
feeding the homeless and couldn't.
get it a little bit.
Excuse me, couldn't even take care of her own kids. Yes, it was, Brittany, full of mold.
Pull it out. Is that water still coming out?
They need a school up there. Another school to help. No schools be strong as hell.
Oh God. You gonna have to probably need somebody up over there with you in an orange. You need help, baby. Everything gotta get thrown away. You ain't never lied. Everything. They trying to have somebody clean that. We can't clean that.
Yeah, the landlord was so cheap, y'all. He
They
wanted her to
mad as
keep
hell
the
at her.
refrigerator stove there and clean it. She told the man, no, it gotta go.
Oh,
This stuff gotta be replaced.
what? You said we can't throw the refrigerator out yet? Okay, we gonna get it, baby. Don't worry about it. Everything gonna be, trust me.
Shit,
They
then
called
the
the right
bulldozers
cleaning
run through
service,
that
they called
shit.
me. Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. We can't clean that. We gonna get that shit up out of here. Come on, pull that out. We ain't listening to nothing when he talking about taking the food out. Everything going out.
Hold on, y'all. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
This job requires a college degree.
I can't understand it,
Any
y'all.
degree.
I just can't understand how parents can treat their children like that. This is very disheartening.
They probably make it lighter to take the food out.
Yeah, they should took the food out.
My TikTok gonna go crazy. Well, you finna be on it. What's your name? So I'm North's Cleaning Services. I had it for like 7 years.
Yeah, she
So
was.
I'm for sure get it in.
Yeah, because I follow her on Facebook, y'all. That's how I know about the cleaning service.
I got my uncle there. They keep saying, "Watch this, watch this." We throwing it. Wait, all that gotta get thrown away. Man, well, I'm not. I said y'all gotta get it all out before I put my touch on there. I'm not doing it.
She must gonna do all the
So
work.
we finna scrub this with some SOS pass.
My hands ass shit.
Y'all
Now look at that stove, y'all. Look at that stove.
It was shit, girl. Girl, you should see the bathtub. Every time I go in the bathtub, I gotta hurry up and run out. I'm puking. But they called the right cleaning.
She ain't threw up now time.
I'm gonna transform it, but they. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. I mean, you can stay here as long as you want. Right. Pull it up.
They should have took the food out, but the food making it heavy.
Everything to stay. We gonna pull it out. We ain't scrubbing no refrigerators. We ain't scrubbing this stove. This stove.
Look at that stove, y'all. Good Lord. Oh my God.
Yes. It's North Cleaning Services. Holla at me. North. North.
Y'all holler at her for some cleaning services.
Thank
now.
you.
School trying to get it. I feel you, School. Go ahead and get in there.
Push it up.
You I know he's out of her. Everybody is probably over there.
They might got to take the door down for that.
I don't mean no harm. I'm just keeping it 100.
That might not come out like that. They might have to take the door down.
Yo.
That's the lady right there, y'all.
Call the
Cleaning
service.
their
on
business.
this one. Cause everything gotta go. Is this some more gloves in the car?
Somebody mad as hell. They were talking about TikTok. I feel it though. She's trying to show her.
Right, set it on fire. You ain't never lied, girl. The whole damn thing.
Going to do
the whole damn thing.
Over modern changes for the floors. Yeah, they're gonna redo the floors. They're gonna redo the floors. Hey, Joanne.
Y'all so funny in the comments.
They on her ass.
Yo, they was eating her ass up in them comments, y'all. I'm telling you, they was. I was in them comments too, but I laid off of her after I found out she wasn't a lady, because baby, they was talking to her.
God dang, man. Mark talking about there ain't no bodies in there. Stop playing with them. Yeah, you're gonna have to take that nail out. That door gotta come off the hinges.
I knew it. Yeah, you gotta take that door off.
That's what you doing, ain't
Right.
Hey, man, look. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna get the hell up off of here. I just can't take such shit. All that cussing. I hate when women talk like that. They just
Yeah, I like him, y'all. I follow him
offense
too.
to you if
He
you run
cool.
across the video and things
He don't like
that.
disrespectful
Everybody
women. He
share
can't
show your
stand
services and stuff
it.
like this. So here you go. But other than that, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all a little bit later. I'm gonna watch this, you know what I'm saying, in bits and pieces.
Trump promised to bring down prices, but all we got is chaos.
So sad them kids was living like that. So sad, y'all.
I'm the only candidate for governor with a detailed
So
plan to
sad.
cut your taxes.
Josh Gottheimer.
And I hope the grandfather treats them better. I just hope he do. I know the grandfather. Hold on. I know the grandfather has those kids now. I hope the grandfather treat those kids better. But I'm just being honest, y'all. I don't think nobody in the family should have those kids. I'm just saying. Nobody. I don't think nobody in the family need those kids. I think those kids should just, Lord, I don't even want to say foster care, because some foster cares ain't right neither, y'all. I just feel like the family shouldn't have them. But you know, the judge even said that the family shouldn't have them. So I don't know why the judge sitting there after he said that. But it is what it is. You know, the kids had to go somewhere. But I just felt like nobody in the family should have had them. Nobody. They don't deserve them at all. That stove looked like who did it and why. And baby, the kids couldn't sit in the chair. Did you see all this stuff in the chairs? The kids couldn't even sit in the chair. Like, oh my God, the chairs was covered with feces, everything. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, oh God. All right, let me see, because I think this is another one. Let me see. This was, I think I did. Was this? All right, let me see, y'all. Let me see if it's the same one or a different one before I get up off of here. Y'all know I just came through to holler at y'all for a second.
There's one person with that sense of humor is all we need. You're more than enough, brother. Yeah, that's right. We don't need another one.
Hold on.
How's Allie doing? She's doing good.
I agree, Miss G. If the grandchildren getting FaceTime me, you better believe I'm FaceTiming them. Yes. Like I just didn't understand. Like, God damn, they your grandkids?
Went to park. And then it was like, okay, well, let's go out to dinner for the show. And then it was like,
All right, what y'all talking about here?
he's the best. So as everyone has before. Best people in the world. Totally grew up as an
I don't know about this man.
there to be sort of in the middle. Just kind of stay there. Real. Like feel like a time over.
I think this is the kid stuff, y'all, that people been donating now.
Did you grow up here? Oh.
Yeah, people been donating those kids everything. They've been getting everything.
Everything's just like
Look, shoes, everything, y'all.
You're in the spot where it's like it's easy to get to everything.
and it's just like so quick to go to your work is everything.
Look, toothpaste, everything.
When I was a reporter in Saginaw, we lived like right across the street from the station for a period. Bad idea.
Well, too close.
Too close. Close enough where like if you called in, you'd be like driving down the street.
So they're basically showing what the kids, and where you can go donate and, little stuff like that for the children. I just want to stand through it.
Yeah, Allie's brother's at that station. Two of mother.
In court to try to get.
With
Hold
the
on.
personal preference program, you can choose and pay for the home care services you
Come
want.
on.
Hiring caregivers you know and trust to meet your individual needs.
Visitation and those kinds of things. A consent agreement was arrived at in 2022, but the mother still would not allow him to see the kids. So that's what we've learned so far, at least preliminarily. We're going to go back and double check all these timelines and that kind of information. So he, in essence, had lost contact with the kids. That's where that's.
I would love to be a fly on the wall when she go to court. I just want to see her face. And I'm going to keep updating y'all with this because I want to see her first court appearance.
So far, again, the investigation is pretty layered and
I really
complicated,
do.
but it's going
Because
to
I
take
want to see
years.
what her defense going to be.
But it appears those are companies like an Instacart or a DoorDash, things like that.
What is her defense going to
So
be
far,
against
none of the
the
people
courts?
that were coming to the house had any awareness.
What's her defense going to be? Because I really want to know what is going to be the way you did your children with them kids, nothing to eat. What are you going to say? Do you got anything to say, or your lawyer going to try to plead insanity for you? Because I kind of could believe that, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think it would actually work. Let me see, because I think I played this one already too. Hold on, y'all. I think I did already. I think I did this one earlier. Let me see. It's so many. Shoot. Let me see. What a mother you are, girl. You ain't no mother. You an animal.
Show them how strong you are.
I just want to see if we hear this one right here before I jump off. Come on.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming and thank you for your patience. My name is David Williams. I'm the Chief Assistant here at the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office. Standing here with us are Assistant Prosecutor Kanika Ferenczi, Assistant Prosecutor Lauren Benninger, Chief of our Special Victims Unit, Sarah Green, our Chief of Administration, Betsy Haig, and of course, Prosecutor McDonald. We're also joined by detectives who've been involved in the case from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. That's Lieutenant Sam Marsban and Detective John Brish. Prosecutor McDonald will announce the charging decision today and take your questions. But before she does that, I want to remind everyone that charges are only allegations and the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. Also, the details in the prosecutor's
Yes, Miss J, it was on.
come from the
The water and the lights was
District
on.
Court earlier today. Prosecutor McDonald.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
But everything was backed up. The toilet was backed up. The tub, everything was backed
We have
up.
authorized 3 charges of first-degree child abuse against Kelly Bryant, a 34-year-old resident of Pontiac. My office has already
Because
advised
remember,
the
they said they
court
was playing their games, they on TV, they were looking at TV, and they was playing games.
The defendant's parental rights. In every case of child abuse, my office focuses first and foremost on the best interest of the child or children and on holding those responsible for abuse accountable. The 3 children in this case suffered unimaginable abuse and neglect over a long period of time. Thankfully, they've now been rescued from that, and our first priority has been and will continue to be their safety and well-being. I want to briefly address, though, why we're here. Since the first announcement over the weekend by the sheriff, this case has captured the attention of the people across our community, our county, our state, and even internationally, because people are rightfully concerned about the welfare of these children. And we're holding this press conference because, like all other decisions, we balance the interests of public safety, media attention and inquiries, and balancing everyone's right to a fair trial, which is why the events and facts that are disclosed here today are strictly confined to what's already been placed on the record in the swear to this morning in the 50th District Court. When their circumstances became public, including the photos of the home, although law enforcement did not identify the defendant, she was quickly identified on social media and also has been reported in other news media outlets, which is why we are naming her today. We have recently, luckily, been fortunate enough to, for the first time ever, hire our public information officer, Jeff Watrick, who's in the back of the room. Many of you have already spoken to and will continue to, and we're lucky to have him. The children are currently staying with a relative. All 3 children received immediate medical attention at a local hospital, and they were interviewed by trained forensic interviewers at Care House. Considering what they've experienced, they appear to be doing okay. Obviously, the trauma here is significant, and my office, including our victim services section, will make sure these children are supported during this process. Today, the charges are 3 counts of child abuse in the first degree. This is the most serious charge for child abuse, and if convicted, Ms. Bryant could face a sentence of up to life in prison. In the swear to this morning, on the record, it was stated that in 2019, suspect Kelly Bryant was living at the home, which I'm not disclosing the address at this time, in Pontiac, Michigan, with her 4 children. At some point between 20 and 2021, the suspect moved out of her home, leaving 3 of her children abandoned in that location, while 1 of her children went to live with their father. On February 14th, 2025, police were called to the home by the landlord. Police learned that the landlord was concerned for the welfare of Ms. Bryant, who had not paid rent on the property since October of 2024. Police entered with the landlord and discovered her 3 children, ages 12, 13, and 15. Her daughters were hiding in a bathroom that was filled with feces, piles of trash, and completely non-functional, while her son was hiding in another room. Police were astonished to find anyone in the location because it appeared to be uninhabitable, with piles of garbage and refuse several feet high, including large amounts of human excrement. The children were afraid to come out of their hiding places and to speak with the police. Police had to repeatedly advise the children that they were there to help and they were safe. The children's bodies and clothing were covered in feces, and the girls had difficulty physically walking outside of the residence. In addition to the physical difficulty.
Yes, Joanne. Yes.
And were
That was
immediately
filthy.
overstimulated upon leaving the residence. All 3 children were transported via ambulance to the hospital and showed signs of severe neglect. At the hospital, the children struggled with completing basic hygiene tasks like flushing a toilet and brushing their teeth because they had not done it in years. The children were forensically interviewed and described having virtually no physical contact with their mother, suspect Bryant.
or the outside world in several years. The girls had not left the residence in several years, and her son had only left the home to go into the yard approximately 2 times, never venturing away from the house more than to check the mailbox. During his interview, her son stated that he would text their mother when their food supply was running low, and she would have food delivered to the residence. The children shared that during the years they were concealed in the home, their suspect Bryant failed to provide toilet paper, soap, or shampoo.
Take off the mask.
Hold on.
Look at your smile.
She made
The defendant instructed the kids that they were not to answer the door or leave the house. All 3 children expressed fear about what their mother's response would be if they left the home. Defendant concealed the children from family and friends and lied about who was caring for the kids and their whereabouts. The defendant took the active steps of lying and concealing to make sure the children went undiscovered, and she took these actions knowing that her children would suffer serious physical and emotional harm as a result. Those are the statements made in the swear-to this morning. And again, these are allegations. I do want to point out and thank all the officers that were on scene that day. I personally viewed the videos and images and was struck at what a difficult situation it was, but in the face of that difficulty, offered compassion to these kids. I also want to thank Detective John Brish and Lieutenant Sam Marsban for their dedication in working this case. And of course, the assistant prosecutors involved, Chief of Administration Betsy Haig, Chief of our SVU Sarah Green, APA Lauren Benninger, Chief of the Juvenile Division Kelly Collins, and APA Kanika Ferenczi for their diligent efforts in this case. At present, we've not been presented with a request.
Thank you, Ms. Cherry, and thank you, Ms. J, for your support. Thank you, both of y'all.
It won't happen in the future. I just can't speak to it at this point. Morally, there is plenty of responsibility to go around for how this was allowed to happen. However, these 3 kids were entrusted to the care of their mother, Kelly Bryant, and the evidence suggests that she effectively abandoned them to a revolting pit of refuse and squalor. There must be consequences for those actions. The defendant is presently in custody. The 3 children in this case were interviewed at Care House, and I want to emphasize how important Care House is to this community. These kids were interviewed in a safe environment by an experienced, trained forensic interviewer, and these interviews are important in all child abuse cases. They allow each child the chance to tell us their story without the influence of the abuser and without using leading questions that could taint their testimony. I can't emphasize enough how important Care House is. If you suspect a child is abused or neglected, you too can report this to CPS. The hotline is 855-444-3911. And I urge anyone who suspects that a child is being abused or neglected to report that using that number. We need to make sure that every child is safe and well cared for. And before I take questions, I just want to remind you that these charges, again, are only allegations, and the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. Questions?
Not having been to the area, neighbors, anybody? I mean, I think what maybe people struggle with is how intimidated by their mother, yes, but how they could not even venture out of the home, or just nobody knowing that they were there. Or can you add context into, how that can happen?
I can only comment on what's been placed on the record. That's my ethical duty. But I will say that we see time and time again, victims of severe abuse of all ages make decisions that don't seem reasonable to us. And what we know is that that's very common. And there's a multitude of reasons why they didn't leave the home. We just don't know that yet. Yes.
Have prosecutors or deputies interviewed the fathers of the children?
They have. Yes.
Multiple fathers or one father?
I think it's already public record that of the 4 kids, there are 2 fathers.
Prosecutor McDonald,
yes.
What stands out about this case to you? I mean, it's a pretty significant child abuse case.
That's a difficult question and a really good question. You know, I said yesterday, and I've said this to the sheriff personally, we say a lot, this is the worst I've ever seen. And I've stopped saying that because every time I say that, I see something worse. It was unbelievable what they were living with for years. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
it wouldn't
it really
be,
was.
surroundings where you would want any living creature living in, creature or animal, or particularly human beings. I mean, these kids, not to have even basic hygiene tools. And I guess what stands out the most for me is no love. There was nobody there to care for them for between 3 and 4 years. No parent.
Wow.
Nobody
I
physically
just
present
just
to
cannot
tell
believe
them
a
that
mother
they
would
were
do her
safe.
kids like this.
Yes.
Did she have
Mm.
any prior contact with CPS or a prior criminal record?
I can't comment on that.
Is she being held on any outstanding charges, or is it just on this and then she'll be arraigned tomorrow?
We are not aware of any other holds or matters that she would be held under. At this moment, she's being held because of these pending charges. Now they're official, and she'll be arraigned, I believe, tomorrow.
Can you provide more context, appreciating what you said about, you mentioned that he would text his mother, one of the older boy. So he had access to a phone apparently, but
All the children had access to the phones. They all had their own phones.
so would they see her? I've read an account that maybe she drops some food off weekly, or can you talk about how they survived if they didn't leave the home, how often she came and where she was staying?
There was no, according to the evidence that's been placed on the record, there was no physical contact whatsoever. And I don't think it's accurate to say that they had food dropped off weekly. Sometimes, right. Sometimes it was longer than that.
But
And
she was the one distributing?
no, not all the time. Not all the time.
Yeah, because they said other people, they said DoorDash people was leaving food and friends. So shame on them friends that knew this too. Not the DoorDash people, but the people that she knew. Shame on them.
That has not been put on the record. But I do not believe that there was, I believe there was heat enough so that the children were at least able to live there. If not, you know, as you know, given the cold temperatures, there would have been signs of freezing to death.
Where was she staying?
I don't have that information. Not there.
And obviously you've charged her, so she thinks I'm assuming then obviously there's competence. So not that there's ever a reason for something of this horrific nature, but any inferences to the why that she just decided to abandon her kids beyond, some may think mental issues, but obviously not if you're charging her.
Right.
Exactly, Miss Donna.
Commenting
Exactly.
particularly on this case.
Those kids was
as
not being
Kelsey
mothered by
and
her
I
at
last
all.
Over 4 years, you know, I've been asked, and I hear repeatedly that question on all of the terrible, violent, atrocious acts that we see. The why, and the answer is we don't know why. We can't get in the mind of somebody else, but we do know what the evidence shows, and we have the law, and nobody who is not found competent can stand trial. So I can't comment on that right now. But just to say that sometimes there isn't a why. Yes.
Is there any evidence to suggest that there's substance abuse?
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's get this.
Have you guys considered a bassier siren sound? The whoop
Come on.
whoop could be whoop whoop whoop. See the
I can't comment on that.
Has mom been cooperative?
The defendant has an absolute right to remain silent. So any comment I would make on whether or not she's spoken to the police would be a violation of her rights.
Thank you.
Longer term, can you share what the plan is for the children? And some may wonder if family have taken them in now, how they didn't know about, I'm not trying to assess blame by asking, but you know, where were they prior? How did they not know? You know,
Right.
I mean, there are a lot of questions. Obviously.
Good question. And the thing that I want to stress here is that we are responsible for prosecuting all of the criminal
cases in this county. We're also responsible for representing the Department of Health and Human Services in child abuse and neglect proceedings. So we are simultaneously prosecuting the criminal case against mom and the neglect proceeding.
I agree, Miss J.
Kids. So we will be.
That's why I said too. No, you can't leave nobody out of this
Department of
time.
Health and Human Services
Nobody.
to file a petition to terminate her rights. There's just a lot we can't really get into, except I do want to say that our client, the Department of Health and Human Services, their number one priority is the care and welfare of children. And wherever they are placed, they do their due diligence to make sure that is a safe placement. And all I can say is that those questions were asked and obviously satisfied. And the other thing I want to say is there's been such an outpouring in this community, but I would just stress that in the effort to take care of these kids, that we also protect their privacy. And Pontiac, if those of you who don't know, it's a small place and everybody knows everybody. And any outrage is totally understandable, but we want to do as much as we can to protect their placement so that they are protected.
But to be clear, they are not wards of the state. They are with family.
They are in the care and custody of the Department of Health and Human Services, and they are placed through DHHS with a relative placement. Yes, the custody remains with DHHS until otherwise determined by the court. And again, those are two different proceedings. Yes, that we are, there was a preliminary hearing yesterday, and we'll continue to provide information about that as that moves along.
Thank you.
Anything else? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sad, y'all. Sad. This is a sad situation. But I agree with everybody in the chat when they said none of them should be left out. So right now, what I'm believing is that the kids are still with CPS in their custody, but they're just placed with the family for now. You know, until like she just said, it's depends of the courts if they want to leave the children there or place the children in foster home. I mean, if the grandfather going to take him, then leave him there. You know, because sometimes kids, you know, they're at an age now to know that that's not their family, and they know they're going to be in foster care, and then you don't want these kids going to a foster care, even though I think CPS will stay in these kids' lives for a long time now, even if they are in a foster care. I think CPS would definitely be doing a lot of follow-ups and all of that stuff now, because it's just so much went on with those kids. But I do know after I think 2 years, whoever had those kids, they will adopt those kids. And then after that, CPS is not involved anymore. But I think it should be a new law. I think when kids be adopted by family members, foster care, whoever it is, I feel still CPS should still hang in there for at least another year or 2 years. Because when people adopt people's kids, they abuse them. They do the same thing as the parents do. Look at that other story I showed y'all, I think a month ago, when that lady adopted those kids and wasn't feeding those kids and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think when kids get adopted into a family through CPS, I think CPS should still remain in those children's life, at least for 2 years. At least for 2 years, to make sure those kids is getting treated right. You know, getting the proper care they needs, you know? So sometimes CPS can fail kids too also, you know? So definitely CPS isn't going anywhere. Nope. They're not going nowhere. They're going to be in these kids' life for a long time. A long time. These kids is going to have a lot of childhood trauma. They're going to have PTSD. They're going to suffer from a lot. They're going to need a lot of therapy. And I hope the grandfather love on them and cares for them and give them all the support that they need, because they're going to need it. They're going to need it, you know. And I feel as though the court shouldn't even let no other family members around those children at this point. Where y'all was at when these kids needed y'all? Where y'all was at? Y'all felt these kids also. Y'all definitely did. And it's sad. And it's so sad. I just can't believe it. Those kids will need much help and support. Yes, they will. Yes. I hope this open eyes in that country to take the loss and look at those kids. They're probably the things that they like this from happening. She was treating them kids like they was nothing but garbage. Like garbage. And then the people that was coming there, her friends, because they did say it was unknown people coming there to bring food, to drop the food off at the door. So I don't know if there was her friends, or I don't know if there somebody she knew and said drop the food off, and then she called the son and told the son go out and get the food. Because remember now, the oldest boy had a cell phone, so she was in correspondence with the oldest boy. The oldest boy had a cell phone. But if I'm not mistaken, I think they said too that the oldest boy couldn't call 911 on his phone. So I don't know if she blocked that or she did something with that phone, but he could not call 911 on that phone. They stated that too. How sad. Thank God for the landlord. Thank God for the landlord. The problem with CPS is that they are overworked. Yes. Yes. And they don't have enough employees. You're right, Joanne. Yep. They sure do. They dropped the ball. They do. They really do. So I definitely agree with that. Even the friends, if you knew your friends was always without her children, question and see what exactly. That's what I said too. I mean, y'all never seen this lady with her kids, never. And y'all, I tried to go back and find that video. I cannot find it. The house that she was staying at, somebody went to that house, and I tried to find that video before I come live today, y'all. I could not find that video. The house that she was staying at, somebody came to that door and they interviewed the person that came to that door. I got to look for that video again. I couldn't find it. I went back. I thought I saved it, but I didn't. But they found out where she stayed at and they went to that house. And I think it was a news reporter. They went to that house, but I can't find the video no more. Yeah, I lost it. I thought I had saved it and I didn't. Because I was going to go back and listen to it. I didn't even get a chance to listen to it. So I can't even say what the investigator or the news reporter said when the person knocked when they knocked at the door. So I don't know what they was talking about, because I thought I saved it so I can go back and watch it. But I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to seek and I found it again. I don't know. Maybe I might run across it again. I hope I do. Unless someone reported a neglect. Or nobody reported the neglect. The landlord called the police. Nobody never reported the neglect. Nobody. When the landlord stopped getting rent in October of 2024, that's when he called the police of February of this year right here, 2025. The kids was found on Valentine's Day, which was the 14th of February of this month right here. That's when those kids was found. So from October until February of this month, the landlord kept calling, texting. He was not getting no response to her at all. The landlord never went out there. That's when the landlord called the police and said, and the landlord said he wanted to do a well check on his tenant. because he had no idea that it was about the children. He just said, I need to do a welfare check on the tenant. I can't correspond with my tenant. I haven't got any rent from her. That's when the police went out there. But the whole time, it was not about her. It was about the kids. But like I said again, we all should just look over I'm not gonna say this look over, because what I'm trying to say is, if she wouldn't have stopped paying rent, those kids would have been still living in filth and still living in danger until this day. So that's what I'm trying to say. So maybe it was a good thing that she stopped paying rent. You know what I'm saying? Like the cop said, it was a good thing, because if she would continue to pay the rent, no one would have never still known that the kids was living in these conditions, and it could have went on for another 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So it was good that she stopped paying rent. Yeah, it was good. And the only reason the kids probably wasn't losing no much weight like that, because they were still eating. She was still taking them food. That's the only thing she was doing right. Now, I don't know if they was eating 3 times a day, and all of that. I don't know if they always had things to drink there, but she was sending food. You know what I'm saying? No, the kids was not going to school. The kids stopped school. Well, what happened was the kids got lost without the school system, because the pandemic started. Remember, in 2021, that's when the pandemic broke out. All schools had shut down. So, so the cop did say, the detective, he did say it got lost in the system, because a lot of kids, all the kids stopped going to school. You know what I'm saying? The kids had to do Zoom, do the little, the little mojo thing, whatever they call that shit. But the school they thought the kids was going through, the kids was transferred from that school, and it was never another school in the system for those kids. So when the mom went and transferred those kids, right, from that school, she never transferred them back in another school. And that's where it dropped the bomb at right there. So that's why the schools, when they did go to the school to question the school told them that she took the kids out of school, and she didn't know where the kids went from there, because she took the kids out, and that was throughout the pandemic time. I'm going to get up off here, y'all. This is a sad story. Oh, wow. So she did all of that on purpose. Yep. Because she didn't want the schools to track her down, to track them kids down. Because when she took them kids out that first school and put them kids back in another school, even though the pandemic was still going on, right? Those kids would still have to sign on and do work, do Zooms. Okay? So she didn't want that. So that's why she never put the kids back in school. She knew what she was doing. Yeah, she knew exactly what she was doing, y'all. She definitely knew what she was doing. But it's definitely, it's sad. So I just want to come up and share that little story today. I don't know if y'all may see me tomorrow. I don't know, because y'all know I ain't be doing all this stuff no more. But I did miss y'all though, so I did want to come on. Right, D, all the kids was on remote learning. Yes. And she knew if she'd have put them kids back in that school and they didn't attend that remote learning, she would have been got in trouble, y'all. It wouldn't even went to 4 years. The school would have been contact authorities, because you got to log on for the remote learning. You had to be in a class. It was just like being in class, but you was on remote. You had to, the kids get their little lunch break. You log off. You eat your lunch while you home. They tell you what time to come back on Zoom. You had different classes. Like my daughter had gym online, art. They had all those classes. So being that she didn't put them back in no school, nobody didn't know where she was at. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? So sometimes, y'all, you never know what people going through behind closed doors. Not just adults, but kids also. You know, I watched a video, I think it was last week, that a mother just got her kids taken away from her. She beat her son so bad on live Facebook, and somebody called the police and sent the police their live, and they arrested her. I'm gonna see can I find that story, but that was last week. That was last week. She beat her son. She beat him up all on the highway, y'all. All on the highway. Her son was so scared of her, he didn't know what to do. He was shaking. And then he tried to fight his mother back. And then the lady was like, no, don't fight her back. That's still your mom. No. What the fuck is you talking about? Did you see what the fuck his mother was doing to him on Facebook Live? Beating the hell out of him? They took all her kids. I think it was 2. I think it was 2 or 3 kids, but I think it was 2. I don't know if y'all seen that. But yeah, that was last week. Last week or week before. And then she on live every day on Facebook talking shit. I'm going to get my kids back. She was from Texas. I'm going to get my kids back. No, you're not getting them kids back, honey. You can just forget about that. I don't know where those kids is at, if they're in a foster home or with another family member or anything. But no, you're not getting those kids back. No. She was on live beating that baby. Yeah. A black lady. And her fat ass boyfriend was sitting in the back in the house in the chair just listening to her, looking. Like, I don't know. These parents just ain't right, man. Some people just don't need kids. Exactly, Joanne. I just said that. Exactly. I saw that her friend should have been checking her, not the son. Exactly, Miss J. How you gonna check him? And he the one getting the hell beat out of him. And you gonna talk about something, respect your mama. No, at that point, that bitch lost all respect. She needed her ass whooped. And you never know what that son was doing in that house. You never know. Because that boy lucky about 12. Could have been about 12. He was so scared of his mother, he didn't know what to do. He was curling up. She said, get your motherfucking ass back in that car. Did you hear me? Get back in the car. She just started beating the hell out of him on live. And somebody took that live and sent that live to the police department, baby. Yes, they did. So you better be careful with the way you treat your kids out here on these platforms and people looking. I'm telling you, be careful. Be careful how you talk to your kids. That's why I say a lot of these parents need to stop showing their kids on live, because some of y'all got some very abusive mouths towards your children. Okay? So just stop showing your kids on live. Just stop. You know? Especially if you know you ain't no damn good mama. Okay? If you know you ain't no good mama, just stop it. Tell my CPS test that they're going to give me my kids back. Girl, you ain't getting them kids back. You ain't getting them kids back because she looked like she was a drunk to me. I mean, that's my opinion. That's, you know. Looked like she was a drunk. Well, y'all, I'm going to get up off of here. I thank y'all for timing in. All the ones that did time in, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Miss J, thank you for the coffee. And Miss Cherry, thank you for the coffee too. I appreciate y'all. And when I'm not live, y'all, my real supporters that do support me, y'all can still send me coffees. I don't have to be live. Y'all can still send me coffees. And everybody keep coming over here. Why I don't have my badge? Well, if y'all was in my chat last week, I told everybody to take their badge back because I was going to demonetize my page. Okay? You know? And I was not doing no lives like that no more. I felt like I wasn't appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So I come live when I feel like I want to come live, you know, and who tap in, you know. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here for hours and hours and I wasn't getting no support. I wasn't getting any of that. I feel like, wherever it's drama, wherever that's where the support goes. It wasn't coming to me. You know what I mean? So I may do a live tomorrow, I may not. All depends. So that's how I'm rocking and rolling. And hey, Lisa Oaks, has anyone seen the new program? No, I ain't seen that, Auntie Lynn. What's it about? Hey, Lisa Oaks. Joanne, can you drop my coffee link before I get off? No, I didn't see that. Thank you, Joanne. Oh, thank you, Brittany. And you can put the Cash App in the chat too if you like. No, I didn't see that, Auntie Lynn. What is it about? No, I didn't see that. I love you too, Miss Oaks. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. It's on CBS in Michigan. It comes on at 2. Oh, I might have. Well, see, I don't get that news. Only reason I get it because I follow it on YouTube. I follow Detroit news on YouTube, so I can see it then. Oh, send it to me, Auntie Lynn. I'll watch it. Send it to me. Yeah, I'll watch that. I won't be doing that, but just chilling. If she sent it to me, Joanne, I'll send it to you. Yeah, I like covering stuff in Michigan. Because I always see it, so much stuff in Michigan that you can cover. Oh, my God. It's a lot. Yeah, it's definitely a lot you can cover in Michigan. I always see stuff pop up. Denise, I hit you up this morning, girl. Check your inbox, girl. Oh, Denise, baby, I got to talk to you, honey. Girl. Okay, Auntie. Thank you. If y'all want to send me a coffee or a Cash App, you can, because I'm going to get up off of here. I just want to come cover this story. Because some people was hitting me up in my inbox asking me would I cover this story. They were like, we know you don't like YouTube no more because you covered this story. And I was like, yeah, I do it. The ones that really stuck out with me, no matter what, I really still appreciate y'all. Even though I don't come live no more, y'all, I just say my real supporters, I really fuck with y'all because y'all still hit me up, see how I'm doing, talk to me. That's when you know the real people. That's when you know when you got real people that really cares. You know what I'm saying? They're real people that really cares. Yeah. Okay, my mom had an appointment now. At my post. Oh, okay. Yeah, so so I love y'all. Everybody that always come through for me, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all the talks and everything. So I definitely do. I see Peach been going crazy. Maybe one day I may cover one of her stories. Because, baby, she be going crazy over there, too. Yeah. So, whenever y'all want to send a super sticker, not a super sticker, because I ain't monetized no more. I mean, a coffee, y'all always can. It's on my community wall. If you stroll, you can see it on my community wall. But I thank y'all for timing in. I really do. It feels funny because I ain't been up here. I don't come up here no more. So it feels funny. But I love you guys. Thank you for timing in. You know, I don't know whenever I be live, y'all. So whenever I feel like I want to go live, I will set a live and y'all would know. Because, like, I don't even know, like, when I feel up to going live. I really don't know. I really can't even say. So I will always just set the notification and, you know, set the live and y'all will know. Okay. So thank y'all so much. D, did you see your girl had a date? A date with... No, Denise, no. Denise, I didn't see that. Denise, send it to me because I missed that. Oh, for real? Oh, send me that. Send me that, Denise. Oh, I know they was mad. Because they was saying that she do got a new boyfriend, but I never met him. I did see the guy. I seen the guy because that's when he got in the argument with the guy next door. So I did see him. It was that live? Oh, Denise, you got to send me that. She said them haters was big mad. Oh, I know they was. I know they was. Denise, when was this, Denise? The weekend? Oh, my God. What? Oh, you got to send me that, Denise. I got to see that. Send it to me. Because I ain't even know. Wow. Oh, yeah, they was big mad because they don't like her anyway. Yeah. What they think she supposed to say single all her life? She want to be happy too. You know? Shit. He moved on. Why she can't move on? But at least she did it in a respectable manner. You know, she waited. Yes, a few days ago. Oh, no, I missed that. Denise, sometimes I take breaks from YouTube. I really don't come on here. And if I do, I go to look at like cooking stuff. You know, people be cooking. I be on Facebook. I've been following the story with 2K, with the guy Lynn. Because I be in 2K chat a lot. And that Lynn story, I've been knew about that story, but it seems like it's getting worse by the day. So I've been keeping up with that a lot too. Yeah. So that, yeah. But send me that because I sure want to see that. I'm happy for her too, Joanne. She deserves it. She does. She definitely deserves. Everybody deserves to be happy. You know, people think when you get a divorce, you put to stay sad and stay down and don't move on. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I ain't want to talk about Bree no more. Let her move on with her life and be happy with her and John L. You know, and if they don't be together and something else happened, then let it happen. But I wasn't gonna keep bringing my, you know, coming on live every day discussing that shit. It just got boring and everything. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like I wasn't getting support if I wasn't talking about her. Seemed like the only time I got support if I talked about Brie, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I just wanted her to move on and do what she wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Just let both of them do what they wanted to do. I just wanted to move on from. I didn't want to cover the story anymore. It got boring. I got tired of it, you know, and all that stuff. It was just too much. She definitely deserves to be happy. Be happiness. Yes. Yeah. So, you know, all that stuff. Sometimes I don't. You know, it ain't good to get too invested. And no, I ain't doing that. I ain't been investing in nobody's shit. It ain't my shit. Period. I'm not getting invested. I was never that deep. You know what I'm saying? You cover a story and let the shit go. It is what it is. Let people do what they want to do. And that's it, you know, and move on from it. And that's how I felt. I covered it. It's over. And I moved on. I felt like when I moved on, I lost everything, you know. But again, I will never cover a saga anymore. Never. I will never do that again. My platform got fucked all the way up. That's why I just got so disappointed in myself. This is the second time I did that shit, y'all. I covered a saga in the other sector and lost a lot of supporters. Same way. And the same thing I'm doing now, I did over there. I just shut the whole page down and moved on. That's when I made this page. I did the same thing to this page, got upset, shut the page down. I went through the same thing, And none of my pages ever got taken from me through YouTube, never. Because I never did anything wrong, like, because y'all know I was never big on playing other people's content. You know what I'm saying? So they never came after my page or anything. It's just, and I should have learned from there, but I did it again. So it is what it is. Yes, very boring, D. Yeah, it got boring. It just got boring to me. So I just didn't want to do it no more. It was just too much. So hey, I feel better now. I don't have to come live every day and I can do the fuck I want to do. I'll come live when I feel like I want to come live. That's how I look at it now. That's why I told everybody to take their memberships back, because I don't want people to be paying their memberships and I'm not live. You know what I'm saying? They just, and I don't think that's fair. That's just me. Maybe people don't think like me, but I don't want nobody to keep paying their memberships, and I'm not coming live no more. So that's why I asked everybody last week when I went live to take their memberships back, but I guess some people was not in my live. So when I demonetized my page, it went back to them anyway. So, I mean, it was a story while it was a story. I just feel like it ain't no story no more. I don't want to be a part of this story anymore. I don't want to talk about the story no more. Let both of them move on with their life. I wish them the best with nothing but success, happiness, and that's it. And I don't want to talk about it no more. That's because you don't do drama. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I never was with all that drama stuff. I just can't afford all that arguing and stuff like that. It's not good for your health and stuff like that. And I can't listen to all that stuff all day long. And it just be so much. It does. It be a lot. And I got a lot of supporters that's been gone for over almost a year now after the saga. But they still talk to me. But they don't come on YouTube no more at all. At all. So you got to respect how people feel and respect people's boundaries at all times. So it is what it is. And I can monetize my page back anytime I want to. They sent me an email and told me, I can monetize my page back, but I'm not, because I'm just, now, if I move on somewhere else and I get bigger, what people like every day, like I get over 100 to close to 200 people, and I feel like that's worth it, then it is what it is. But at this point, it's not. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm just not going to do it. But thank y'all. Much love to all of you guys for coming in to chat today. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. I may be back on tomorrow with another story. If not, I'll see y'all Friday. But if I come on tomorrow, then I'm not coming back on for another couple of days. So I will see how I feel tomorrow. But if I do come on tomorrow, I will set the thumbnail, okay? And let y'all know that I will be live tomorrow. And I thank y'all. And Denise, if you're still in the chat, don't forget to send me the thing to Mahogany, if you're still in the chat. Yeah. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys the next time. Bye, Pammy Pooh. Bye, Joanne. Bye, Auntie Lynn. Bye, Miss Red. Bye, Miss Rebecca. Brittany. Let's see who else. Let's see. Let's see, Lisa Oates. Let's see who else. Miss J, Miss Cherry. Yes, Miss Two Cents. Yeah, I love you guys. Miss Donald. Yeah, I love you guys. Yeah, I couldn't go back no further to nobody else. Yep, I miss you guys. I really, really, really do. Wait a minute, let me take this off. Yep, I love all y'all. So I'll see y'all the next time, guys. Always keep your notifications on and just look out for me, guys. Just look out for me. Everybody have a great day. And I love you guys. And I will see you guys on the next time I come live. Y'all be blessed, be safe, stay prayed up, and keep your eyes on the swivel. Peace.